I know I won't be that way. I have seen you looking at I know you think I'm out of your league. Hey. Alright, so hey, how's it going? Um this is of course the Divine Feminine, and I just would like to speak with you for a bit concerning a few topics. But really it's just something that I need to get off my chest. Um, First and foremost, have you had your dinner? Have you had your lunch? Okay, that's great. If you have had something, tell me about it and how good was it and what did you prepare? Because I'm keen on just hearing about your meals and just ensuring that the food that you are um, indulging in is conducive to your body, to your environment, to your family, to your community, so on and so forth. So please take care of your host, take care of the tummy, take care of the tummy, of course. So here I am, and I am quite in a comfortable position, and I kind of just want to let you know this. So boom, I was looking at something the other day, and it had my homegirls, who I follow on Instagram, and they were talking about their lack of options for men, right? And it showed how women are very, I guess they're fed up, just to put it simply. A lot of women are fed up with the lack of choices that they are being given due to perhaps the lack of men in general. I'm not sure if they mean numerically, as if it is like just a overabundance of women to men as far as the ratio or the disparagement gap, but I would say I think they're talking about the quality of men, not quantitatively, the quality, like men not being able to provide or live up to the expectations of what it takes to be a viable suitor or candidate or mate, a partner, significant other, significant romantic, as we say in the political sphere. And I will have to attest to a lot of this because, yeah, a lot of women have a lot to say concerning these topics. The homegirl who I was listening to mentioned how she has to find different guys for different things. There are certain guys who can provide fulfillment to women based on their sexual or physical pretenses or parameters. And that's all well and good, but it's unfortunate because those guys aren't going to be the same men who can provide stability or an economic support system, or they don't have the same structure as far as being stable, being somebody who can be responsible and yield an income that can provide for not only himself, because like I mean, a lot of us women are highly educated, we do make our own money, we do have our degrees, we are independent, even though we live in an interdependent universe in which we're all linked inextricably, whether we know it or not. Maybe not in a direct fashion, but it is a direct whether you choose to look through life in that lens. But yeah, women can make our own money. Women are doing quite well for ourselves. But there are men who are making a decent income, and they have the job, and they have the stability, but maybe they're lacking in the the masculine drive, the aggressive undertones or overtones. Maybe they're lacking in the physical department. Maybe they don't have the physique and the shape that we want. Maybe they don't have the mm, the the same level of masculine drive and edge. Maybe they don't have the edginess that we want as a woman. Maybe these men aren't able to be commanding and domineering in social settings, but also behind closed doors in the bedroom. Sometimes these men might tend to be lacking in these departments, and then there might be the guy who could provide somewhat the synthesis. He maybe this guy does have the education and the academics and the prominence in a job. Maybe he might be a boss. Maybe he might be an entrepreneur. Maybe he might be someone who is esteemed in his profession. Maybe he's at the top of his social dominance hierarchy, whatever that hierarchy might be. And let's also mention that he might be in shape as well. He can provide that physical fulfillment for women, and maybe he exceeds in that department. Maybe he does a lot of things well for women, and he knows how to treat women, and he knows how to make women feel good. I guess the unfortunate thing about that guy is that there is a laundry list of women whom he probably tends to and spends his time with, and we as women are aware that we're not the number one, we're not the only one, and some of us are even okay with it, but we can't accept that for a long term choice. We can't accept that to be commonplace or to be the norm. So a lot of us women are stuck. A lot of us women are fed up. Many women do feel like, you know, the men haven't fully stepped up to the plate in the terms of the divine masculine and become the superior man and have transcended their young and old ways and pathologies into becoming conditioned and indoctrinated into the the virtues of a man, the the prominence and power of what it takes to be the divine masculine, the belief system, the ways of conducting himself, the mannerisms, the behaviorisms, the stature, his way of speech, his way of being, his way of being a notable, dignified man who knows how to treat a woman, who knows how to who knows how to handle women, who really knows how to inspire and respect women. I guess we're missing that, and I'm here to say, women, yeah, I can support your frustration. I can be a lending ear to your complaints, but I guess I will play, the devil's advocate, even though it's really not the devil. He has nothing to do with it. But I will just bring up the fact of this, ladies. Has it ever come, or has it ever occurred to us that maybe we can be accountable of our inadequacies? Has it ever come to or has it ever crossed your thought process, that perhaps we should be aware of our ineptitudes, our insufficiencies, our inadequacies, our insecurities? Has that ever, like, have we ever, like, addressed that, ladies? Yeah, we can talk about men. Yeah, we can point out that, a lot of men are homeless, and they're living up in some woman's house and staying on her couch, or they're staying with their moms, or they're sleeping with their on their homeboy's couch somewhere. And we can talk about the guys who don't have a car, but yeah, he's always trying to get something, or he's trying to get laid, or he's trying to, swim up in you and do all these kind of things, but he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have health insurance. He doesn't have dental insurance. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a place to stay. We can talk about the guy who does have money, but yet he has a pot belly, and he's, has receding hair, and he isn't the most well kempt. And we can talk about the guy who works the proper 9 to 5 job, but unfortunately You don't feel confident stepping out with him in public because he doesn't dress well. He looks a bit sloppy. He doesn't take care of himself. He doesn't have stimulating conversation. He can't talk to you about the things that you're interested in, or he can't invoke a sense of mystery or curiosity. He doesn't strike your internal, emotional, spiritual, social chords in which you want to elevate yourself, enhance yourself, upgrade yourself, ascend to really match or even supersede his intelligence, his competence, his curiosity, his creativity. Yeah, he may not have that. But ladies, what about us? Are we the archetype that will drive the men to ascension? Are we the archetype that will inspire the men to better themselves and cultivate that sense of divine masculinity? Are we those archetypes? Are we the quintessential women? Are we the women that has the intelligence or are the way of being or the way of conducting ourselves that will yield a man to change his ways, modify his behavior, alter his speech, alter his dress, augment his way of conducting himself within us or with us? Or do you understand? What about that, ladies? Are there things that we can do to work on ourselves? Are there things that we can do to better ourselves? Are we at the optimal level? Are we a 10 out of 10 on all fronts? Our cognitive sense, our psychological sense, our mental sense, our emotional sense, our spiritual sense, our physiological sense. Are we tens in every department? There's no room for improvement anywhere, ladies. Do you understand what I'm saying, ladies? Yeah, for sure. We can spend our time and we can point the finger. Yeah, that guy doesn't. What happened to the men that opened up the door for us? What happened to the men that pulled out the chair for us at the restaurant? What happened to the men that stood that walked to the side of the traffic, facing traffic, and he was the person who put you inside of the curb whenever they were walking. So if there was any issue or accident on the road, he'll be the first one to face it. What happened to that guy who stood in front of you, if there was ever some type of danger or harm and that was forthcoming, and he was able to protect you because you were valuable. But ladies, it's not that that's dead. Chivalry isn't dead. Are you holding yourself to the same standards of being valuable? Are you treating yourself? Are you conducting yourself? Do you have a belief system about yourself that you are valuable, and are you adhering to it, ladies? Your own standards of value. Because he will treat you according to the way that you accept being treated. So, ladies, I really hope that you take into account. Yes, yes, there's so much work that men can do on themselves. But do you know the power that we have, women? Do you know the power that we have, ladies? We are the driving force for men. Why do you think he has that job? Why do you think he tries to rise or attempts to rise in that social dominance hierarchy? Why do you think men want to be the alpha male, the apex? Why do you think they want to be the top dog? Why do you think they want to be the leaders? They want to be the leaders because they want to crown, they want to have their choice. They want to have the divine feminine on their side. They want to have the divine feminine to come home to. They want to procreate and create a family and a family structure and have children with the optimal partner, with the optimal choice, with the optimal woman. And that is us, ladies. That is you. That is you. You must ascend. You must transcend. You must improve yourself. And trust me, that once you are working on your path, once you start to focus on your journey, once you start focusing on how to improve yourself, oh, trust me, ladies, those guys are going to be kicking down doors to get to you. Those guys are going to be jumping over hoops and hurdles just to pull out the chair for you before you sit down. Those guys are going to be running out of the convenience store and asking, can they carry your bags for you? Can they do so many things for you? Because they will know quality when they see it. They will know the divine feminine when they see it, when they feel it. So, trust yourself, trust the process. Namaste and namaskar.